So every year, my local fish store does a Customer Appreciation Day sale. And I like to go and support them and help the channel, help you guys enjoy some more content. Holly parked right behind me. So I thought you guys might enjoy coming along with me and taking a look at what they have to offer and maybe bringing some stuff home for an Aquashopper, Super Shopper, Double Mab. Gonna open a lot of stuff today. It's coming up right after this. I just uploaded my first video in over a month for the Fluval 107 canister filter. Literally, maybe a couple of days after Easter, they wrote me and said, "Hey, look, we'd like to legit sponsor a giveaway and get you to show one of these things off." So I was like, okay, okay. But it was fun to see a new product and to have one to give away. That's pretty cool. I like giving you guys stuff if I can. Okay, so I've got a few objectives for this sale. I needed substrate. Now I mail ordered with Amazon just because I had the Amazon credit, so I could spend it there. I got some ADA Amazonia substrate. I don't know if I got enough to really do the tank that and the other thing is I can't find that power sand, the really heavy granular stuff. I can't find that on Amazon. So I actually looked to mail order at other places, and I don't think I looked too terribly hard other places because I didn't have money to spend there. So I might go with my tried and true substitution, and that would be the basically what I did for the Fluval Flex Blackwater tank. So maybe get some a nice brown colored inert sand, and probably a bag or two of fluorite. I like to put fluorite in the bottom of all my tanks because it has this crunchy dirt base to it. Really, a lot of my most successful tanks have all had like fluorite in the base of them. Unfortunately, I can't tell you all the reasons why that's probably true. I mean, I go by what you guys go by a lot of times, you know, the ones of you that don't know like a little bit more. I go by the, you know, what the advertisers tell me. You know, sometimes it's like true, sometimes it's half true, sometimes it's all true. I don't know. Sometimes it's a lie. But I came to fluorite pretty quick because they sell it in PetSmart, and that was just, that's what I knew when I first, you know, got interested in fish. In fact, there weren't a lot of different kinds of brands. You know, they had laterite and some other stuff, but really not much in the way of other substrates, you know, that were advertised as, you know, plants they just weren't as popular like when I first got started. Or maybe they were, and there was just a whole world I didn't know about, because a lot of my interest in aquariums sort of, well, it doesn't predate the internet, but it predates the modern internet, where we're at now, where you can know about anything at any time. I have a lot of books. I read a lot of books. Getting sidetracked though. I need some fluorite. It's a long way of saying I probably ought to shop for some fluorite and some sand. Remember that little nano aquarium that I set up for the Buse, that Hydra brand that you can't really find anywhere? You can find it online if you look really, really hard, but yeah, they've got a bigger version of that, and if it's on sale, I might snatch it up. See how busy they are. It's like people are backing out of there. Might be full up, we'll see. Hey.
Hey, good morning. Would you like a sales sheet?
Yeah, sure, thanks. Good morning.
What?
Hey.
How are you?
Good, that way.
Oh my gosh. Here's a raffle ticket.
Okay.
We got all our prizes over there, and then we got freebies right here. What do you want?
Ooh. Overall, I got practical stuff. My favorite dechlorinator was buy one, get one 50% off. I got some substrate. I met a nice CChem representative. Thank you, Nicole.
Hello!
Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you!
Gave me a little bit of a discount on my CChem fluorite, so that's great. That's cool. I went with the fluorite dark too. Usually I do the other color, but I did the dark, and since I know I was going to kind of switch colors because I think I have a little of the other left over, I went ahead and got 2 bags of that. I also got some polyfilter because polyfilters are pretty amazing. And initially I'd gotten a really small piece of polyfilter, but I decided to go ahead and upgrade to this. They come in this size. Oh my gosh. I'm going to cut it up anyway. This is going to last forever. So overall, a very practical shopping trip, except that I probably don't need another 10-gallon aquarium. Okay, so it's been about a week, and I wanted to give you guys a closer look at this aquarium that I picked up at the sale. I had been looking at this one for a long time, Ever since I got the other one home and I took a look at the back part, and the way the filter's set up on these, with the glass baffles and stuff, the way it works is basically, you know, as the water drains down, it leaves a little reservoir so your biological media can just stay wet. So even if I drain it down well past where the biological media would be, it's going to stay wet in there, and I think that's really cool. And it's a pretty sharp looking tank. The back part just seems a little bit smarter than you typically get with little kid aquariums like this with a built-in filter into the back wall. Also, I went on Amazon and I bought myself a little pump with it. It doesn't actually come with a pump, but I have this little pump on my Amazon shopping list. I bought it probably 4 or 5 of these. If anything goes wrong with my Fluval spec pumps or anything like that, I go and I always replace them with this, and sometimes for tanks like this, I'll use it too. They're super cheap. There's less than $10 for one of these. Yeah, but all this one comes with is like a little return nozzle. It doesn't even have the hose or anything. And this one's called the 45 degree because the way the glass is cut is like it's cut at a 45 degree angle. So instead of like putting the glass together like that, it's actually put together like so. And that's pretty cool. I can't remember if the other one was like that. Okay, now I need to look. Yes, it is in fact. Okay, so both of them have that 45 degree. So that's interesting. And I got a discount. I got a discount on some Fluorite Dark, and I got some Aqualife Complete, which is the dechlorinator I use a lot. This was buy one, get one 50% off. So, and of course, I go through a lot of that. So, oh, and I got a free towel. What does the towel say? Carib Sea. This also has a little felt bottom too, so you'll have a little mat to put it on. It's very thin though. I decided not to bring home any fish this time. I'm really at a point where I need to move some tanks around, so I didn't do actually buy any fish. I did, however, get some fish while I was on my little break, and they are called giant autos. Here's the scientific name. I've never seen them before, and they act very similarly to regular autos. And I've had them in the 15-gallon here because there's a lot of diatoms in there. So I figured, you know, with they seem to be going around to all the botanicals and stuff that are in there and eating the stuff off that. So I guess hopefully they're happy with that. I'll probably move them to a bigger tank eventually, but yeah. So that's the only new fish to report. But it has been officially 2 months since I opened my aquarium box. So I thought I'd end the video and just go ahead and bust these guys open. Let's get you out of the way. Yeah, I was trying to think of what to use to open these this month, and you know, I've used all these different types of implements of destruction, you know, and some things that just are not very destructive, and I just, you know, I can't think of anything. I just don't feel like it. I think I'm going to open these with pure apathy. That's what we're going to do. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Meh! Ah, it worked, of course. Now I'm not sure which month is which. Let's see here. I don't guess it matters if I go in order. Ooh. That's May. We'll do that second. Let me get you a little close-up view. You'll enjoy that, probably. All right, looking inside. Here's a little gift from Mike. Probably from Mike to my wife. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Okay, we'll check this out. We've enjoyed the other CDs you've sent. She especially does. She loves those jazz CDs. All right, so we've got the April box, the April Planted Tank box, and it's got a value of $43.95. Hopefully you can see that. And we've got the sponsors, the Mega Box winner, etc. Some coupons. A nice little catalog from customaquariums.com. Lots of information inside about their really, really cool projects. And inside here, well, okay. It's a big gold ball. Why, thank you, Mike. I have a feeling this is maybe this is my gift. And oh, look at that glitter all over my table. Thanks, Mike. All right. Okay, what else do we have in here? We have an air pump. I really like this particular air pump. It's called the A pump. It's got a little power supply. It's a really small profile air pump. Comes with some hose and a little air stone. But this is quiet. It's real low profile. It's real small. So if you got a tiny little tank and you want to, put a sponge in it or something like this, this is super handy. I keep these on my sump to keep sponge filters running in there all the time in case I want to start a new tank. Also, we've got Prime, and Prime is an excellent product. I've used it many times before, and you can never get too much dechlorinator, especially when you got lots and lots of aquariums. Having more dechlorinator is always better. We have algae discs. Got some algae wafers, and that's going to be super handy. I got lots of stuff that will, fish that will eat that. Ooh, what's this? There's some Zoomed tongs. These are sort of like, these are like little cricket feeding tongs, but of course these can be used in a planted tank for all kinds of things. Anything you'd need some forceps for, so that's neat. We've got a grinder. This was a special request for me because I wanted one upstairs and downstairs. I love this thing. You can just take and you empty it out, or you unscrew it here. And I like to take bug bites and fill this up with bug bites and like some of the other crunchy things that maybe the small fish would eat if they were the appropriate size. And I love keeping these next to my really tiny fish, like my Galaxy Rasboras and stuff like that. So it screws back together. Then you can just grind out some fish food. It's really super handy. All right, and we got some more botanicals, which is cool. Okay, I'm gonna pull out the cards so I don't mess up what they are here. It's like a couple of different things. Okay, botanical pear pod decor. Baluki seed pod decor. I think this is the seed pods. And it's funny, this looks like the ground outside in the woods, you got these tiny little seed pods. How neat though. What a neat way to like make your aquarium look like it's really just a slice of nature. Alright, we got some other pods in here. These are super neat. I believe I heard Rachel talking about these pods here. And what's great about them is they fit the criteria. Like if you can cover it with your thumb, I guess certain cichlids will use it for their cave. So she was talking something about that. It must have been these things. Really cool little pods. Great. And another set. What do we got here? Ooh, these are neat and kind of a different color. Oh my gosh. Look at that. I tell you, I'm going to have to boil up like a huge bucket of this and dump it in the 210. I could almost turn that into a blackwater tank for all these interesting pods and things that I have. I'm going to just dump these in here too. Cool. All that. Wow. That's a huge chunk of botanicals. Like if I was starting a blackwater tank, I could do it with just this stuff that came in the one mab. Then refresh it from the next mab probably. And that's not even all. What else we got here? We got one of those little thermometers, like one of those adhesive thermometers. And we've got a sample of Hikari micro wafers. And that is April. But wait, that's not all. Put you here for a minute. All right, so this is the May 2019 box. It has a value of $45.95. Again, the winners of the Mega Box, and reminding you that you can win a My Aquarium box. We got some coupons from their various supporters. And we have a packet of Cheez-Its, because fish love Cheez-Its. It's their... Okay, Mike. How am I supposed to eat this, Mike? Did you take the air out? If you take the air out, they get crunchy. Alright, I have a complaint. My aquarium box. My Cheez-Its are completely... Well, okay. I pull one out. The only one I pull out that's solid in there. That was the only solid one in the whole bag. Alright, I guess I'll take a break and eat these. I'll be back. We also have a nice little net. And this looks like maybe a brine shrimp net, right? Yeah, it's a brine shrimp net. You can tell because they're white. Have a much thinner, much smaller openings and stuff, so they'll actually pick up brine shrimp, which would fall right through a regular little mini net. And here we've got some Omega 1 shrimp pellets, which is very cool. We have a Bubble Mist bendable air wand. Very handy if you're going to decorate with some air-driven stuff, like with the A pump or something like that. Also, we have the Seapora 60. This looks like a larger sponge filter. Breeder sponge filter, it says. I'll be the judge of that. Oh my gosh. Whoa. That's a pretty big sponge. It's one of those with the nice weighted bottoms and stuff too, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, put that on there. Airline in that, and you've got filter. That will go straight into my 210 along with that A pump. And I'll be ready to seed another tank with loving bacteria, like the giving bacteria. Anyway, also inside we've got a little CO2 diffuser. I've actually been using one I got earlier in an earlier My Aquarium box in the 20-gallon there, and it is doing fantastic. I really like this. Not jazzed about the color of these. Like, I don't like colored things like purple and blue and that, that lowrider metalish color. I prefer black or silver or something like that. Usually black is what I prefer for any kind of mechanical aquarium tool. But the small, easy enough to stash away in the back of your tank, and I haven't even noticed. I've got a bright green one in there. I never see it. So, very cool. Thank you. What else do we have here? Aquarium red clay powder. Ooh, this is neat. Now, I've seen this before, and I've used red clay. It really helps. It helps in a planted tank to kind of put iron or be a source of iron for those red plants and plants that have sort of a red hue to them. I haven't used it. I haven't used the powder that I got last time yet. But with the combination of these two, I should be able to add that to a really big project and do something neat. I'm anxious to try that one out. And the last thing we have here is a really big gourd. Wow, this thing is huge. Okay, let me see. I've got to look this up and see what it actually is. It is Gorilla Pod. Wow. I think it's made out of real gorillas. You can put it's kind of sharp right here, but you can almost like stick out your whole fist in there. Wow. That's a big one. Really big one. I wonder if maybe if you sand this down and stuff, this might be like a nice little cichlid hideout, like an alternative for the classic flower pot, the little clay flower pot or something like that. Nice and sturdy. That's the sturdy test. Is it sturdy? Yes, it is. Oh, and that's the My Aquarium boxes. Wow. That's a lot of My Aquarium box all at once. I'm excited. I'm going to add these to my botanical collection. Gonna start up, get another filter seated with my air pump and my sponge filter. I'm gonna stick one of these downstairs, so I've got a grinder to use for the little fish down here, and I'll have another grinder for the little fish up here. All this stuff. Algae wafers for my Plecos. You're welcome, Plecos. The guys in my aquarium box have sent you some algae wafers. And I can't forget the tongs. I think that is about it. That's all for the Super Mega Nitro Turbo Extreme My Aquarium Box ×2 shopping Aquashopper extravaganza. I'll probably set up that other tank really soon. I'll give you guys a rundown of upcoming projects in the next week's video, which is going to be my aquarium update video. I've done a little less and kept this one a little shorter because I've got I got some tanks to clean up before I film them for next week. So I've got to jump onto that right now. And by right now, I mean 5 hours from now when I finish editing the video. And I know I've mentioned it before, but if you're dying for some more Pecktec, I have another channel. It's called Pecktec Games. I've been playing board games. I've been opening and reviewing board games. There's been a lot of my painting. I paint miniatures. And if you're interested in seeing some of that, I've got a new one where I paint one of the Hellboy miniatures from the new board game. Also did a playthrough with a friend of mine. That's a super long video. But just in case you have any interest in board games, I just wanted to point out that I have another channel there where you can catch me, and I'd love to see you there. That's all I got for you this week. I'll be back real soon, though, with some more great videos. Have a good day. Bye-bye. The filtration area just seems a little bit smarter than what you typically would. So I just uploaded my first video in over a month,